quick little record here because I've gone in and ordered myself a new mystery box from Unikorn. I'll talk about them when the box gets here, but just wanted to show you the one that I've gone for. As you can see, this is an alternative style shop. I've clicked here. And they have a different range of prices from 10 all the way up to 100. I'm not quite that flash, so I've gone for a £25 one, and after you've clicked on it, it gives you some options, and these are the options: clothing, vaping, head shop, cosmetics, jewellery, spiritual homeware, the unknown, which I guess is just random. I went for spiritual because it was the closest I could think of to like witches and Wicca stuff, and basically it contains random objects that you cannot return or refund. But hopefully we'll get some interesting stuff from Unikorn, and that should arrive soon because I ordered it from the county I live in. So hopefully you'll get here soon, COVID or no COVID, and we'll be unwrapping that soon. I also used their code for I think like 10% off. Oh no, 6.6. I see what you did there, off my first order. So I got like £1.30 off, which is very exciting. And hopefully when this arrives, we'll be digging in. Hello everybody. My box from Unikorn just arrived. I think it was hand delivered by someone to do with the shop because it didn't come around with our regular post. A woman just knocked at the door and handed this to my dad. So they at least delivered quickly. Also, there's like no postage on here, which I did pay £3.50 for postage. So I'm not sure if I'm annoyed by that, but at least it got here really fast. So I'm going to let that go. However, I did pay £25 for this box with £3.50 postage, and it is so small. Look at it. Like this is basically the same amount that I spent on a cult box, and that was a box with like 8 different items in it that was like twice the size of this. So hopes are not high at this point, but we'll get this open and see what's inside. So as you can see inside, I've forged over the bit with my address, but it comes with basically what I paid on it. So the box was £25. The discount I got was £1.67, and then I paid nearly £4 in shipping. So that's weird. What has concerned me is the fact that this just seems to be one item in here, which is not what I was picturing when I ordered like a mystery box. A box containing more than one item, not a box that contains a singular item. So I'm going to open this and have a look inside. But it says the Lisa Parker Mystical Crystal Ball, and it's sealed with the Unikorn sticker. So here we have some foam on the top. I'm hoping that because it was sealed with the Unikorn sticker, they have just used a box, that something else came in for the mystery box. So we'll just open that up, and there's a little bit of foamage. It does appear that there is more than one thing in here, so let's have a look. First up we have rose quartz in a little bag. Rose quartz for love, a calming stone believed to encourage unconditional love and restore harmony and trust to a relationship. The stone for the heart. And a fairly average sized piece of rose quartz. I do already have rose quartz. I feel like a lot of people do already have this stone, just because it's so easy to come by and so many places sell it. But I never turn down a tumble stone. Can always use that in something. And then we have this piece of something. I mean, it looks like a dick. Let's just call a spade here, but let's just turn that over. There we go. Okay, so it is a hanging crystal angel. I'm not sure that I consider this like spiritual themed, although that is like quite a broad theme. It is unfortunate that it looks like a penis, but there we go. Here we have a opalite pendant, a little piece of opalite there on a black cord. It says opalite is a synthetic version of the beautiful opal and is a clear, luminescent or milky iridescent stone. So here we have a small opalite point. There we go, little opalite there. Then we have more foam. Oh, and some more things. Okay, so we have the Guardian bells. How old is this? That font is very old movie. This says the bell that connects to your bike, your car, or your bag and will catch every evil spirit. This looks very grubby. Like, hang on, if I show you here, that looks really dirty. Like, how long has this been in the shop? But we'll open this up and have a look inside. So over the packaging it says, the bell that connect to your bike, your car or your bag, they can words good, will catch every evil spirit. The cavity of the bell will attract the evil and the sound will drive them insane and they will lose their power. I'm interested in the origin of this item because I've never seen it. Like, I've seen like nature's gift things around in shops before, and I have actually seen them in Unikorn because they have a physical shop which I have been to. This looks vintage. It looks very old. I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest. It's quite cool. This little bell. I can think of some uses for that. But there we go. Next up, what have we got? Oh, okay. A fairly big crystal, which I would say is amethyst. It's a nice big amethyst there. I already have a big amethyst, but obviously that's not the box's fault. So that's quite nice and pretty. You'd expect to pay maybe like £3 to £7 depending on what shop you went into for that. So there is some value to the box. Then we have a bag of stones, chakra stones. So in here it looks like we've got a quartz crystal, another amethyst, what looks like more quartz crystal, green stone, that might be hematite. It says in there, so let's try and shake them to one side. Okay, citrine, agate, hematite, so I'm guessing maybe this is the citrine. So there we go, you have little crystals again, and that does appear to be everything. Yep. Okay, so let's see what we got for our 25 quid here. I'm kind of cross. We got one of these, which I would expect to pay maybe £2 for. Maybe give that one a £2 as well. A little quartz tumblestone. I've bought tumblestones from Unicorn before, so I'm going to call that one £1. So far we've got generously £5 worth of stuff here. If I give that one like moderate value of a £5, so we've got £10. This little bell, which say £2 for that, so £12, and then chakra stones, which let's say £5. We've got about £17 worth of items there, and even that I think is pushing it a huge amount. So I am quite disappointed with this, to be honest. I was expecting at least some incense sticks. I know that they sell oils and stuff in there too sometimes, so some incense, some oils, other stuff that would be considered spiritual, maybe an oil burner or an incense stick holder, maybe some Buddha statues. I mean, that wouldn't be my personal thing, but would definitely fit with the theme. Candles, they sell loose, quite cheap, like paraffin candles with just like the colour over a white candle. But again, that would have been something. But this is their idea of £25 worth of stuff, which is insane to me. And on top of that, £4 of delivery, and they've just decided to bring it directly to me instead of posting it. That's fine, but charging like £4 nearly for what would be a parcel that costs £3.10 to post, and then just charging me for packaging that clearly came with something that they are selling in the shop, so that is essentially worthless. I feel like I've been overcharged for postage there. And this is just quite shockingly poor, in my opinion. I'm genuinely upset. Like, if I had ordered the £10 mystery box, I would be made up. But now I'm thinking, if I'd ordered the £10 mystery box, I would have got maybe a crystal and a used tissue. Like, what could they give you that's less value than this? I'm genuinely perplexed. I don't have a problem with any of the specific items. Like, if this had been, like, in addition to other items that increase the value, that would have been fine. Even if they'd say, like, put a mug in with this or some other random stuff. Like, what else do they do in Unikorn? I know they do, like, resin ornaments. They do, like, hanging things like bells and dream catchers and stuff. But yeah, this is quite shockingly poor, and I would not be saying to anyone, go out and get this box. Like, if you're going to spend 27-ish pounds, £27.28, and that's with the discount, on getting a box, you can do so much better than this. You can go get an occult box, which I've just had a review for. You could go and get, like, a village witch box for just a little bit more than that, like £3 more. Not even £3 more, £2 more, and like 80 pence. And you can get more stuff than this. This is like some lucky dip chicanery, and I'm not happy about it. And on the website, when you order it, it even says, like, you can't get a return, which really should have tipped me off that they just sent me a box of crap that I now can't do anything with. So I am genuinely really annoyed. So you know what? I've decided to go over their website and just have a look at how much all of these individual items cost, and then add that together to see if I've got my money's worth for this box, which I don't think I have. And right away I can see here they're selling things like green quartz, black onyx for 99p. So even my, like, generous giving of the benefit of the doubt is being pushed a little bit there. So let's just click on the mystery box again and see what it says. It doesn't give an amount like that the contents is going to be worth. It does say every 10 mystery boxes they sell the 11th for double the amount they've paid for, but I don't even think that I've got the amount I've paid for in mine. It says they're non-refundable and you can't exchange any of the products, which really should have tipped me off. So yeah, that's really annoying. Let's go and search up some of the things that they sent me. So rose quartz. So we've got rose quartz for love. This is the card that it came with. That was 99p. So let's put 99p on my little coffin notebook here and just start doing some maths. They do not list guardian bells on their website as a product, so I'm going to have to Google and look for that elsewhere. But I'm going to look up everything else, write down the prices, and then let you know what it all cost. As you can see, the amethyst on the Unikorn website is £2.99, so that's less than I priced out when I was going through and estimating prices. Here is where I failed at spelling amethyst because I'm too annoyed, but we'll just write £2.99 there and then go through because I couldn't find any of these other things on there, so I'm just going to look up maybe another shop that sells them and find out how much those are. I've gone to the British Fossils website. They're the ones who make these gem penis angels. This is like a trade website, and it won't give me the price because you have to sign in to get that, but it does say they come in packs of 5. I'm going to go to maybe eBay and see if I can find anyone selling them there. On eBay, I've managed to find a hanging crystal angel. I did look around for other websites, but they listed the product as no longer available and didn't show a price. So I've checked eBay, and this says that they're selling for £4.95 each, which, to be honest, I think is a grossly inflated cost for this little piece of, like, not even real crystal. So I'm going to put it down as that, but I would dispute that that costs even that much, especially if you can buy them at trade in packs of 5. So we're just going to put £4.95 down here. And Then go look up the chakra crystals and the guardian bells, which I also couldn't find on their website. Here on holisticshop.co.uk, I've just gone to crystal chakra sets and found this one, which has the same label as the one that I received, and looks quite similar. That's £5.40, so we'll add that to the list. I've headed over to Amazon and looked up Guardian Bell. The only ones that I could find on eBay were vintage, and I couldn't locate a site that sold ones with the same packaging that the one I received had on it. However, Amazon do sell these, but on the top part here they say Guardian or Guardian Bell, which I've just knocked over my microphone, which mine doesn't. It isn't like a branded Guardian Bell from the Guardian Bell company. So the ones from that company sell for between like £10 and £17, and obviously quite detailed. They've got all these like raised designs and things on them, and they come with different branding to mine. So mine is not one of these. I'm just trying to see if I can find one that looks like mine and that doesn't come with extra stuff. I've tried searching for like the Ace of Spades design on it, but that doesn't seem to be on here. So I'm not really sure how to quantify the worth of this item when I can't find it listed on the actual website for Unikorn, and I can't find it listed elsewhere, and I can't find like a comparable item because these are obviously made by like a specific company, and this one is essentially non-branded because it just says the Guardian Bell and it has a bunch of poorly written English on the back. So I'm going to do a little bit more research and see if I can find a price. So here's my math. I've basically added together all the prices for things that I could find, obviously excluding the Guardian Bell because I couldn't find a solid price on that. And that gave me a total of £17.32, which I've then taken away from the cost of the item, the £25 for the box, which doesn't include postage and packaging because I've taken that out. So basically what we're left with is this bell must be worth at least £7.68, which, I don't know about you guys, but I would not be paying £7.68 for a little metal bell. I would pay maybe £3 for that. So let's have a look at these. The thing is, like, that obviously these are just the prices that these things sell for, and not the price that the shop bought them for, because these things obviously like bought in bulk, trade things, they're not handmade, they are quite cheap and not worth nearly as much as they are sold for. Sorry about it. The only thing that I really value in this box is this big piece of amethyst, which I think is quite reasonably priced, at £2.99. So I mean, that I'd happily pay for if that was the price of it in the shop. I think it's weird that these things, some of them aren't, like this, and this are not listed on the Unikorn website at all. No list of prices is given with these things either, which always annoys me when boxes do that. Even if they're not claiming to have a specific value, they should include evidence that what you've paid for the item is worthwhile, which in this case it would be very hard to do because I don't think it is. I had to go to a bunch of websites to get prices for these items, some of which, like the little crystal penis thing, like, are you going to pay £5 for that? Don't think so. Look at it. So I'm very annoyed, and obviously wouldn't recommend this box at all. I think this is probably the worst box that I've ever looked at. This will live on in my memory as being like my worst rated box because honestly, this is just poor. I do not feel that I got my money's worth. I do not feel like the items were of sufficient value to justify the price, and I would not order from them again. I'm genuinely concerned because they have boxes that go up to like £100. You know, what kind of stuff you get in that. So I'm not impressed with this. Let me know if you've also bought things from Unikorn, if you have been impressed. Like, if you bought this exact box, like the Spiritual Mystery box for £25, let me know what you got in it as well. You can comment down below or get in touch with me on Twitter because I'm genuinely concerned that this is the quality of stuff they're normally putting out. If this is just, coronavirus, someone has had to go in and desperately like pick up some random items to put in a box, then maybe I could buy it being this bad, but Jesus, this is just not good at all. Anyway, so if you have feedback on that, if you have one of these Guardian bells with this packaging and could tell me how much it was, I would be genuinely fascinated to hear how much that was. I just wanted to share that I did get in touch with Unikorn via Facebook and mentioned that I didn't think that the box had the same value that I had paid for it, and I received a response really fast. So that's quite good. And it says, I packed your mystery box yesterday and I assure you everything in the box was over £25. The gemstones in the clear bag were £7.50. The gemstone angel was £8. Interestingly, the bell is £5. The crystal was £3. The rose quartz was £1. Opalite pendant £3, and that comes to £27.50. So essentially, she's saying that I got like a £2.50 increase on what I paid for the box. And she says she's very sorry that the mystery box was not up to your standards. I tried to give you a variety of stuff with the amount of £25. Unfortunately, our website doesn't provide reviews for our products, which is in response to me saying that there were no reviews on the thing and that I can't leave a review to say what my box was like. Now, I find the prices she supplied interesting because the amethyst crystal and the rose quartz are basically the same as they are on the website, although they have been rounded up by 1 penny. So that's actually £2.99. That's actually 99p. The opalite pendant is also £2.99. I believe that was on the website as well. Now, what's interesting to me is the other prices for the items I couldn't find. So she says that the gemstones in the clear bag were £7.50 when I found them online for £5.40, which is obviously less. And the gemstone angel, which I found, albeit on eBay, for £4.95, is here £8. What really interests me is the ringing bell being £5, because I mentioned in my wrap-up that I was still missing £7-ish when I added everything together. And that presumably the bell made up for that. But according to this message, the bell is only worth £5. So in my response, just to this bit where I explain my math, what I would have is a value of £22.32, which is slightly less than the cost of the box, but not a huge amount less, although I have again mentioned that obviously these are trade items which you buy in bulk and then mark up a retail price on. So that is why they don't really seem to be that valuable. I am putting like the whole contents of the box up on eBay for nowhere near what I paid for it, because I don't think it's worth that. So hopefully I'll get some of the money back for that. But that is quite annoying, and I will add a little extra part in after this if they've responded to this message that I've sent them, just clarifying where I got my math from. So here are my final thoughts. I've been talking to someone on the Facebook page for Unikorn, and they've responded back to me and sort of said that sometimes they can't compete with other companies in terms of price. So obviously they're going to mark things like this up for more than they would be sold for elsewhere, which I get because they are a small shop. I think they only have like 2 branches, maybe more. And they've offered to give me pictures from the shop when it reopens, or I can come in and have a look for myself, that these items are actually being sold for what she has said in her message. I don't dispute that they're being sold for that, and I do believe the price list that I've provided in the update from that conversation. The issue I have with it is that as a mystery box, it is quite poor value for money, because even if you agree that those prices are fair and reasonable, like £8 for this, then you're still only getting about £2.50 more than you've actually paid for the items, and that's not even taking into account the postage costs. And that these items are quite generic, mass-produced trade items, which have like a per item cost, which is obviously going to be quite a bit lower than the markup price for a retail store. Whereas I feel like in other boxes like the occult box, you get one-off items, you get items that have been made by the box owner themselves, and you get a greater quantity and quality of item for the same amount of money, and not just like mass-produced stuff, which I obviously expected mass-produced stuff because I've been in the shop and I know about it, but I feel like more stuff could have been added to make this seem like a greater value for money and not these items. Like, I've just listed these on eBay for, I think, £9.99 as a starting bid, which I think is fair and right, and I've put like the cost that I found for everything in the description box. I don't see it really getting more than that. I would be surprised if it did. So what I can say is I will probably go to Unikorn and buy the odd thing, because I think in store some of their prices are quite reasonable. Like their individual candles, for example, are like 50p. That's reasonable. Their tumble stones are also quite cheap. So if I need a specific tumble stone, I will maybe go in there and get it if I can't find it secondhand, or substitute one of my own polished stones. Their incense sticks, likewise, they sell like Tree of Life incense. So if I fancy incense, I will go in there and buy some. Will I be purchasing a mystery box? And again, no, because I honestly don't think it's worth the money if this is going to be the sort of stuff that you're getting. I would definitely advise people to look for more independent makers like a Castbox, or to subscribe to something like Witch Casket, which, although you do get some of these mass-produced items, you do also get one-off items that have been created for that box, and I think that's just generally worth a bit more of your money than just getting sort of generic things from a high street shop. So that's my opinion on it. You might feel differently, but let me know if you've had experience with things like this, if you've bought mystery boxes from Unikorn, if you have an opinion on any of these items, or if you've seen them for different prices elsewhere, let me know. And in the meantime, let me know if there's any other mystery boxes that you'd like me to check out. I'm trying to get hold of the Witch's Heart box, but it always seems to be sold out when I go and check, even though I've set alerts on my phone to remind me to go and check it on the day that the new box is released. So let me know about that, or if you have any other boxes that you would like me to check out and have a look at for you guys. I would definitely be into doing that as well. And don't forget, if you're not already following Cupcake Teapot 3 on eBay, you should be, because then you'll get notified when I put new lots up. I always list new things. I've got extra stuff from boxes that I don't use, things from my own personal collection that I don't use anymore, which I tend to like cull, or if I get doubles of something that I already have, I will get rid of it. Also DVDs and books and things that I have already reviewed and don't intend to keep, I do try and sell those. So you can go and support the podcast by following Cupcake Teapot 3 on eBay and getting notifications when these things are up for sale. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!